Hello all, welcome back to the channel again. It's been a long time I know, and finally I'm back with the cricket videos. And first, before starting the video, I hope you all are doing very well, and I'm so happy to bring the videos back. I'm so happy to share my thoughts. And today I'm making a video of a post-match reaction of the match between India versus New Zealand, where India have beaten New Zealand by 5 wickets. So, before as I always get with the post-match reaction and my thoughts, at first I will discuss the lineups that the both teams played. On the toss, we know that India won the toss and opted to ball first on the first match of Rohit Sharma's permanent captaincy for the Indian cricket team. And the team that Rohit Sharma selected for India was Rohit and Rahul to open with Surya Kumar Yadav, Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer, Venkatesh Iyer, Akshar Patel, Deepak Chahar, Ravichandran Ashwin, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Mohammad Siraj. While New Zealand went with Martin Guptill, Daryl Mitchell, Mark Chapman, Glenn Phillips, Tim Seifert, Ravindra, Mitchell Santner, Tim Southey, Trent Boult, Loki Ferguson and Todd Astle, with the captain being Tim Southey. So this was the two teams, and the match started with New Zealand batting first, and the informed batsman Daryl Mitchell was clean bowled by Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Now Bhuvneshwar Kumar has had a very disappointing some months for Indian cricket because he has been really disappointing for some time. So it was such a good sight for Bhuvneshwar Kumar to be taking wickets and looking like the Bhuvneshwar Kumar the Indian fans know. And an informed Daryl Mitchell got out, but credit to New Zealand cricket team. They went after that and made a good partnership, and Mark Chapman looked a very good threat for India, and he and Martin Guptill at first started a bit slow because they knew they had no Kane Williamson, they had no Neesham, so they had to build the innings so that at the end the hitters can take advantage. And in the end, they started to take upon Ashwin. In the end, they started to take upon Akshar. They started to take some attacks on the Indian bowlers, Siraj. And at one stage, it looked like New Zealand might get a 180, 190. But then, the wicket of Chapman was very big key. And Ashwin's over changed the game. Ashwin in one over gave only 4 runs away and took 2 wickets. And at that stage, it was looking like New Zealand was going to post a daunting total of 190 to 200. And New Zealand posted around 165, where Ashwin wicket was a big 164 and for 6 out. And Ashwin wickets were a big key for them to not be able to do that. That over by Ravichandran Ashwin was a big key for New Zealand not getting the total that they desired. And then it was Indian batting, and we knew that the total was a bit less because there was a dew factor, and also the pitch was very good to bat on. And India started in the fashion we know. Rohit looked very good, and Rahul looks good at the start. But then Rahul was out, and slowly it looked like New Zealand can build momentum. But the biggest positive for Indian cricket in this match is the performance of Surya Kumar Yadav. He was not in the good form in the IPL, in the matches in the ICC World T20. He was not in a very good touch because he was injured in one match, and in one match he played, he was not good, and so overall India struggled a bit. But now Surya Kumar Yadav came back here and he showed his class and showed why he has been selected in the Indian cricket team. He hit a very good knock of around 62 runs, and it looked a very good innings by him. And on the other hand, Rohit Sharma hit a 48, and there was a stage where it looked like India were going to cruise past the target and finish it with at least 1 or 2 overs remaining. But Trent Boult had different ideas. Trent Boult finished his spell with 2 wickets for 31 runs of 4 overs, while Mitchell Santner got 1 wicket for 19 runs in 4 overs. And they pulled India a bit back, and in the end, a match which looked very comfortable for India to win. In the end, it went to the last over, and India needed 3 runs from 3 balls. Daryl Mitchell was bowling the last over, but Rishabh Pant in the end, he took the game a bit deep, but then as a proper player does, he finished the game off and took any nerves away that could have arisen if 3 out of 3 balls became something like 2 runs out of 1 ball. So it was a very good thing for India, a good victory. So overall for me, looking at other things in this fixture, and see, this was a fixture which was not about victory. This is a bilateral series. You win, most probably you will go up in the ranking. You lose, but India and New Zealand already have qualified for the next year T20 World Cup. So it doesn't matter, they go from ranking number 1 to ranking number 4, ranking number 5 to ranking number 2. It's more about making progress. It's more about laying your ideas. For New Zealand, we already know what their idea is, and we know their team is mostly going to be same for next year. They have a proper process. They never give up, as is shown in this match. They have a proper philosophy. They play cricket in a particular way, and they never change that, and they back their players. So India had the time to now finally go on that philosophy, back some of the younger players, go on a good run now, play some exciting cricket, and mistakes we have made this World Cup, we do not make next. See, in life, there's no guarantee you're going to win the next World Cup, but at least ideas should be clear, and a vision for the coaching staff and the new captain should be very clear. And in this match, the good thing was that you cannot see any vision with one match. All I hope is that in the as much captainship Rohit Sharma will get and how much matches he will get as a captain before the T20 World Cup in next October in Australia. In that T20, how many matches India will play, whether 20, whether 25. You will want to see that in 2025 matches, we see these are the players that Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid want to get up the ladder, and these are the players they want to use in Australia to win the T20 World Cup. See, Birilla series, you might win, you might lose. It might inch and give a bit of pain in the short term. But if that player goes in the World Cup and perform well, nobody remembers what happened in the bilateral series. So making a squad and nourishing youngsters for the ICC World Cup next year is the key. And making a particular process and mastering it in as much matches you get, 15, 20, backing a youngster for 15, 20 matches. You only do it for the T20 World Cup. And for India, these series is not about just winning. It is about garnering a culture about how we want to play, what things we want to change from a disaster we had this ICC T20 World Cup. So in one match is not going to change. But the positives, if we can take some, are the bowling of Bhuvneshwar Kumar, because everybody thought that his T20 career could be over after the performance in the T20 World Cup. Ravichandran Ashwin showing his class and showing you cannot ever back down on Ashwin. He's a fantastic player and has such a immaculate amount of experience, and he knows how to get wicket in important stages. Then it was very good to see Rishabh Pant finish off the innings. It was very good to see Surya Kumar Yadav coming back to form, and it was good to see Rohit Sharma doing well against Bolt. And even if in the end he got out, he most probably done the job, and India were in a position where they should have won it more comfortably. Now in the end, before finishing the video, we know that we have got some youngsters. This is still not the lineup we might expect in T20 World Cup, because Yuzvendra Chahal did not play. Virat will come back into the lineup. Even Mohammad Shami will come back into the lineup, because a lot of players are getting a rest. And Jasprit Bumrah will come back into the lineup. So we still know this side will not go to the World Cup. But some players who impress in this will be in the reckoning, and still will get an idea of how the captain and the coach want to play. So as much as this series progresses, the youngsters have to take their chances. But I also hope that Rohit and Dravid, if they've earmarked 2 or 3 youngsters, that these are going to be the one who are going to win us the T20 World Cup next year, they back them till the hill, because that's the way you do. England back Bairstow Butler to the hill. If you think a youngster is going to be the next big thing, the next big gold, you need to back him. And I hope we fans have patience with Shreyas Iyer, we have patience with Venkatesh Iyer. It's going to take time. And it was good to see that youngsters got chances. And as much as we'll give them time to blossom, they'll give us a very good future for the Indian cricket. So this was a video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do hit the like button. Please subscribe on the channel. And please do leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you everyone.